Alright, hey guys, AnimeWestReacts here is going to reaction, not a reaction, but a review of Executioner and Her Way of Life, episode 8. So yeah, episode starts off with going back, or Momo and Minnow headed back to the city after the attempt of throwing Akari into pandemonium, and then her time rewind power just put her back on the boat. And so they're just kind of talking, and then we go and have, at the city, pretty much you're just looking around the market when someone following them ends up attacking them with magic. Minnow gives Akari her knife and then goes to dispatch the guy, and Akari is captured, but yeah, it was kind of all part of like safety measure, I guess, because Minnow ends up using like magic to have the knife like blow in, knocks Akari out of the way like as a decoy, and then captures them, and then yeah, they end up getting taken away. But as they're being taken away, they end up like transforming into these hideous monsters. The guards end up disposing of them, and we see Manon kind of in the background eating an apple, or she like walked up and then heard stuff. Then back into where we go over to the church where Minnow is talking to the higher up there, I guess, and so about her approval for travel funds, basically, that she put in. Basically says, like, you don't intend, blah. Kind of tells her, basically, that she's on an endless journey, basically, so how are we supposed to, like, continuously pay her to do nothing, basically, or, like, travel around and hopefully find some way to kill Akari is basically what she's doing at this point. And so the church is kind of saying, how are we supposed to, like, fund that, basically, if you're blah. So yeah, Minnow says, I promise we'll find a way to kill her before we get to the sanctuary, and then, so yeah, it's kind of just vague. So the higher up here is kind of like, can't just agree to that, so ends up giving Minnow a job of investigating this monstrite drug that's going around, which it's a drug that's being dealt around that supposedly induces euphoria. That's the way she describes it, and then hands it to Momo. She looks at it and says this reaction, and then she's like holding her hand away. It says Sin Magecraft. So apparently it's we get an explanation of what that is, and invoking Sin Magecraft often involves a human body, spirit, or soul. And then she says, but the odd thing is that there are very few people who have gone missing in the city, so yeah. So yeah, there's like not a lot of people disappearing, but the Sin Magecraft stuff being made. And then, yeah, and it tells Momo about getting attacked by the fourth earlier. Cecilia is the pastor's name. It says, according to the pastor, it has something to do with Monstrine. So she asks Momo to look into it. And so, yeah, she says, though it ticks her off that it's for your journey and stupid set of boobs, but alright. So yeah, both are going to investigate from different angles. Kari tries to jump on her the next day. Says that it was because she got carried away by her love for Minnow. And so yeah, then we go over to Manon's side of things, and her people are not, obviously, are unhappy about the whole monstering thing, because apparently it provides euphoria and is highly addictive to those who take it. And then, yeah, Manon's just like, yeah, the drug distribution has been adjusted to be that way. Yeah. And she pretty much tells them that the sandwiches they ate... Yeah. Turn them into monsters and use them as weapons in the final resort. And they're like, that's what you're saying. And then Manon's like, yeah, that's what I said. And then they're like, then why did Kaiser turn into a monster? And then she's like, oh, that guy. She's like, who? And she remembers, the guy that badmouthed her mom the other day, and so she's like, yeah. And so, this one girl, or one lady ends up, like, insulting her, and then you see the thing activate. Her hands, like, says, Chaos Adhesion, Pure Concept of Chaos, Summon Tangled Jump Rope. And so you see, like, her hands start, like, twisting around each other until they, like, strangle her. And then that's when Manon's like, yeah. Like, serious face, pretty much. Just smiles and says, simple, really. An individual asked her to spread monstrine. And Fleurette, the apprentice of Fleur who killed her mother, she wants revenge on her. Says, it's only natural that I wanted to give her a proper welcome. So she says she's making all kinds of arrangements, so she hopes they'll all cooperate. Then we go over to night. We see Momo kind of attacking a guy, trying to get information out of him. But he says that their leader told them never to touch the stuff. Their leader turns out to be none other than the princess, so we have kind of Momo attack her, but I guess then get stopped, so Momo just stops fighting her, basically, because at this point she realizes just fighting her is not going to get her anywhere, so they decide to talk. And she says the gargoyles were a challenge. Then, they kind of just end up making a bet about the whole, or we learn what the 4 human era of chaos. Human era wasn't really a young girl from another world. And so pure concept. Girls' fantasies materialized into demons. And so that's what monstrine is, an inferior imitation of pure concept of chaos, because it became what they know as Sin Magecraft, is what she says, or Momo says. And so thing in Pandemonium is the very source of all the monsters that are attacking their world. And then Momo kind of asks how she became why is she playing the boss of all these lowlifes, and stuff's bad. She says that the drug is bad stuff. She told him to stay away from it. And so ends up making a bet, pretty much, about infiltrating and blah. Momo ends up making a bet with the princess, pretty much, or like having a challenge or something. Manon, so she says the prime suspect is Manon, so sniff it out. Let's see who manages to get more information. We'll meet back at midnight tomorrow. So Momo obviously takes it to Minnow, and Minnow's just kind of like, how did she end up the wind-up boss of delinquents? And so they decide they're gonna go through with this investigation. Akari ends up hearing about it, wants to go too, and so they infiltrate the party, basically. And so episode ends off with them getting into the party and Manon and Minnow seemingly making eye contact. But pretty good episode. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure to leave a like, comment on the video, subscribe for more anime reaction reviews and manga reviews, and I'll see y'all next time. So